Okay, we're going to concentrate on the chords of Aeolian. I'll probably split this into two videos. First, we're going to concentrate on the chords with the flat 6 that contain the flat 6. And you'll notice how these chords tend to give Aeolian kind of a darker sound. And this is why I'm splitting them in two, is because when you using these chords with the flat 6, you don't have to dig for that dark sound if you know what produces it. So actually, let's just take the first one chord and work with that first, and start using stuff like suspensions and passing tones. And you might want to do exercises like this. Aeolian, just on the one chord, has a very dark sound, so film composers love it. So let's use the 1 and the 4 first. That has the flat 6 in it. And most of the time you're going to get a very minor, very dark sound to this. Maybe just doing it with a pedal point, even though the A is common to D minor. You might just alternate between the two like this, just with chord tones, jumping through inversions like that. I'll do 1 and 4 and concentrate on the flat 7 or flat 6 and flat 7. Do something like this. Just 1 4 1 4. Okay. That's all I was doing, except but using the flat 6 and the flat 7 in there as part of the melody. So also work with inversions just between these two chords. So, learn all the inversions. This will help you use two chords much more effectively than you would just by root position. So all these inversions, go through them. Maybe start doing 1 and 2, but mess with inversions and non-chord tones. So do little things like little exercises like that. So pretty straightforward. It's just and I'm doing a lot of suspensions in between these moves. And I was just kind of following, doing non-chord tones and so let me see, 4 suspension, 4 1 suspension, and then passing tones. So I kind of just repeated that over and over again, but fell downwards. Maybe try it in some way like this. So don't try to do the best thing in the world, but I'm using inversions and non-chord tones. So 1 4 second inversion, 4 root, 4 root, 1 first inversion, 1 root position, then just repeat. And then I did a suspension to the 1 in first inversion, then a passing tone. So do little exercises like that. Don't try to make the best things in the world. So one thing to concentrate on is these minor second areas between the 1 and the 4 chord. It produces an extremely dark sound, especially with a pedal point, if you concentrate on these tones. Four, 1, 4 1 4 1. So extremely dark sound. Film composers, that note stuck again. Film composers will actually use that technique a lot, where they pedal point and really concentrate on those minor second areas. I apologize, I did have to stop the video and reset up my camera, and the angle came out different. I had guests come over, so this is around Christmas time, so, and I don't edit my videos like other people do, like massive editing. I just, whatever comes out, so I apologize for this slight break, and let's get back into it. We're still concentrating on chords with the flat 6, and we did the 4 chord, so let's go on to the 2 chord. And also the 6 chord. So these chords will have a tendency to give you a little bit darker sound in Aeolian. So let's do 1 and 2. Just hold a pedal point and play, just alternate between each one. And these kind of parallel chord effects are often forgotten techniques that people don't think about much, but they're actually very useful. And I'm not worried about these, parallelism at all. We're not trying to write Bach chorales, okay? But just alternating between 1 and 2. And if you have a pedal point going, that sounds actually pretty cool. So let's use that same technique of pedal pointing and moving between some of these chords. Maybe the 2, the 4, and the 6. We'll use them somehow. So you can do something like that with a pedal point. Flat 6, each of those chords has. So again, we're using this parallel chords between 1 and the 2, just moving upwards and downwards with a pedal point. Now 4 chord, jumping through inversions and then using non-harmonic tones. 2, non-harmonic tone. 1, 2, 1, 6. 1, 2, 1. All that with a pedal point. So let's do something maybe slightly with more energy. Okay, so I used just basically a 2, 1, and just repeated that. 4, 6, 1. So when I resolved from the 2, I just went into passing tones like this. Non-harmonic tones. And on the 2, I just had the A going, so like a pedal point. So let's do something like this. Hold the A up top and just walk down in thirds. 1, 6, 4, 2, 1. Okay, and you could walk through it. Well, let me see. Keep it pulse. Or something as simple as that. Or you could use non-harmonic tones and walk through them because they're all in thirds, a third apart. You could even do it up high and imply the harmony. And so I'm just trying to give out ideas of what you could do. See, it's more of an implied harmony there. So I'm just trying to give you ideas what you can do walking down a scale. Here's something else we could do. Hold that A up top. Just kind of a low menacing kind of sound. You could keep repeating this over and over again. Very uneasy sound. Okay. So just kind of holding the A with the highest note, and then walking through double passing tone. 1 first inversion, 4, 1 first inversion, double passing tone back, 1, holding that highest A, double passing tone. 1 first inversion, 4, 6, 4, 1, and I just kept repeating that over and over. So okay, we'll go ahead and stop here. These are the chords that contain the flat 6 as well as the 1, and it gives Aeolian. These chords tend to give Aeolian kind of a darker sound, a menacing sound, depending on how you use it, really. And so it can be very dark, actually, and extremely useful if you're trying to establish a dark mood. And what we'll find later, that's not always the case, but for the most part, the chords with the flat 6 tend to make Aeolian sound darker.